Hey lovelies, I wanted to talk to you about what I feel like is probably the most common misstep or obstacle that women run into when they first get their Seint makeup. It's something that I did. It's very, very common. It's something that many, many women do. So if you're used to using liquid foundation in particular, it's watered down, it's thinned out, and it's completely different than cream. Cream is super duper concentrated. And so just a little tiny dab goes really far and can really be blended around your face. So it's really common for people to use too much. And I'm going to show you. So when I place my makeup, first of all, I just dip my brush in. I don't even know if you can see it. I just barely put a little dab on there. I start really, really light because it's super easy to build coverage, but it's much easier if you just start light. And plus, we want to see your skin. We're trying to make your skin even more beautiful, but still have it look kind of natural and still like your skin and feel like your skin. We don't want to just paint it over and cover it all up and have it get thick. And so start light. And when you put it on, you can just put a little dab on and then you can blend it across an entire area. But you don't end there. So after I get the amount that I want and it looks like it's fairly decent blended, then I move on to another area of my face because since it is cream, it is going to melt into my skin as it sits there a little further. And then as we go back and we look at it, it looks like maybe it is starting to get a little shiny or show that it's a little heavy. And so as it sits there for a while, it can start to look a little bit where you can see it to where it looks like makeup and looks like maybe you got it a little too heavy and you may be thinking, oh, this is just a heavy makeup. But what you need to go do is after you've placed it on an area and then you've moved on to another area of your face, when it starts to look like that, then you just go back and reblend. So the first time that I put my foundation in an area and then I blend it out and spread it out as far as I want it to go to be as thin as I want the coverage, then that's not the last time I'll blend it because I will go back after it has melted into my skin and do one more blend after it's already melted a little bit more. And so then I'll go back over my face to the places where I've already blended, already put the makeup, and I'll just give it a real good blending so that it's as thin as I want. It's the level of coverage I want, whether that be light or medium or heavy. Now, the great thing about the creams is that you can build the coverage to be what you want. You can get a heavier coverage, but skin is so beautiful and we don't give our skin credit for how pretty it is because all we notice are the distractions. But when you can kind of even out your skin tone and kind of minimize those distractions, then it shows you how naturally pretty your face is. And so then after I do a final blend, I can go, if there's an area where I want a little more coverage, and I can go and put a little more on there and blend it in. And then I don't have to wait. I can move on to the next phase. I can do my contour, I can do my bronzer and my blush. And then I can go back and look as it starts to melt and feels a little bit heavier, a little bit shinier than I want it. Then I can go in to blend it a little more. So it's not going to keep melting. It's not going to keep getting shiny or be too much, but it's just that when you first put it on your skin, it will have a melting factor. So put it on, blend it out, and move on to another area, and then you'll go back and blend after. Another thing I want to say about that is because they are creams, if your house is really cold, sometimes they may get a little stiffer. So if you're finding them a little hard to blend, then you can hit it with a shot of your blow dryer to warm it up a little. Just a tiny dab, but the creams are going to be amazing. They have beeswax and lanolin, and so they're gonna spread really easily and give you this beautiful natural glow. But you do want to do the double blend, and remember, it is so easy to put too much on. If your skin feels sticky at all, then you've got too much on. And also a really good use for our perfector sponge is to get it really damp, squeeze out all the water, and then go over your skin after. It kind of gives it a nice finish, but also really importantly, it can take off the excess if you got too much. You don't have to use it, but that's a really good tool if you find that your face is sticky or you think you've used too much, to just go over it to make sure that it soaks up a little bit of that extra. So you'll get the hang of it. Sometimes it takes a couple weeks. Some people take to it right away. Sometimes it takes people several weeks depending on how often they wear their makeup, but you will get the hang of it and you will get the kind of coverage you want. But that is probably my #1 tip for ladies who are new to Seint makeup. I hope that was helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thanks so much for watching.